What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode number 4
Number
of For the
four.
Stars podcast. You know, four the stars. With the host, Xavier Cuts and OB Cuts. And with our special guest, the one and only,
So sensational, though.
the one and only SG Cuts and Yelena.
Hi.
If y'all saw episode 3, we're already with it. Look,
Episode 3, she was the creator with it.
literally. So, what's up, SG? How you feeling?
I'm nervous right now.
Oh, this is a
A
barber.
little bit.
Barber and esthetician duo. We had last episode. We had the nail tech and barber duo. Now we have esthetician.
So we're
And barber
hitting
duo.
all the fields right now.
SG is one of our barbers here at 4 Stars Barbershop. You know, in Berlin, Connecticut. That's where we at right now. So I think you like how we do it last episode. We started with Jada, then we went to Morgan. Or do you like how we did episode 2, or did they just talk together?
I think we should start off how y'all met, y'all relationship first, and then how y'all went into your careers.
All right, yeah, let's do that. So y'all talk together now, and then we'll split it up later.
Okay.
I found her on Instagram. That's it.
Wow.
Swear to God. Like, she came up on my Instagram and like, oh, she's kind of cute, you know what I'm saying? And then I followed her. Then she was taking mad long to DM me, so it was like,
She took the message back. She hit on
Yeah, undo send.
I was liking her stuff, and then I just DM'd her.
Oh, you was fiending.
Yeah, I was. Like, she's a barber. I knew she had money.
Yeah, she
She
couldn't-
was
she-
a cute stud. Like,
She is.
Bro,
I had
like
to
only
have
2
her.
days,
She was
she was getting followed, bro.
She's being dramatic. It wasn't 2 days.
It was 2 days, bro, and then we kept hearting each other's stories.
All right, what year was this in?
2021? No,
2020.
2022.
Yeah, 2022.
Yeah.
2022.
Summer.
So y'all been together for how long?
2 years.
2 years?
About to be 3. Yeah, about to be 3.
You
Alright,
could
she
say
was-
3, but she kept,
Yeah, she
She
was.
kept
Cut it
playing.
off.
Everybody
Bro,
going,
knowing each
"Stop playing,
other
yo."
3
All right,
years.
yeah. So she's DMing you on Instagram. She's liking your story. When do you notice her? Like, what's the message that like, oh, who's this?
She like, oh,
Well, I was already hearting her stories before she even DM'd me. So once she DM'd me, I'm like,
oh, so you was stalking.
she was stalking me.
Nah, you said you was liking your story before.
We was both hearting each other's stories, and then she was like, "What'd you say?"
I was like,
She was like, "Is this
No,
a
we
good?"
don't tell them
I'm gonna tell him what the DM said. She said, "Is it a good time to ask if you're single?"
Yo, she
That's
wasted
real.
no time.
She wasted no time.
no,
Yo, we're waiting to start thing in this podcast. Listen.
no. But let's talk about her because then she was like, oh, this is perfect time. You did it like, then she sent a basketball emoji. She was like, is this a good time to shoot my shot?
You my boy.
No.
Like,
You my boy.
She was ahead of her time.
You my boy.
Bad cringy.
He was my
You
boy.
sent a
That's-
basketball.
But it worked though.
Yo,
It worked though. It worked though.
That big tweet.
It worked.
It worked. It
So
did.
when did y'all first meet up? What was your first date?
How was that first date?
Like,
I low-key like this better than how we did because it was like more like natural.
Yeah, and we also, it's 10 p.m. right
yeah.
now. We're tired. And we killing it for
work in
y'all,
the
bro.
morning.
Yeah.
Anyways,
First
what was
date.
the first date?
October?
Yeah, because she hit me up in what, July or something like that. And then she didn't know how to keep a conversation going, so I just left her on open. And then we
So
didn't
that's when
talk
you-
for a
that's
little
when you hit her
bit.
with the ball?
Yeah.
That's, she's double texting with the ball.
She like, all right,
Also, you started playing hard to get them.
Nah. She just
I was.
literally, like, she ghosted me like 3 times. And then,
is you a player,
swear to
Quincy?
God, then in
Playing hard to
August,
get.
nah, this is what really like threw me off. In August, she's in Florida or whatever, and then she's like, why don't you talk to me? I'm like, I'm going through things or whatever. And then she's like, okay, well, look at these shirts. Like, she completely, like, changed the subject, talking about some T-shirts. I just told you I'm going through something, like,
It was a crop tee.
It was a fire team, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like,
so I ghosted her
It was
again.
something from she.
but I was just trying to make her day. Like, damn, yo. She
That's what
blocked
I
me.
did.
She blocked me off everything. I'm like, all right, damn.
Yeah,
And
this
she-
is
And then I started,
sentimental. She
and then
got
I was
no
like, all right,
empathy.
if she really blocked me, and then I started sending her songs.
She said heartaches.
They were
got no
delivered, but
rest.
she didn't.
What was one song that you sent her?
Heartaches.
A heartache.
Yeah.
Oh, Tuesday.
You know how, like,
I thought she meant like she was having heartaches.
No.
The music.
She She literally insert the song here. It's so sad. Like,
Oh my god.
and I
All
ignored
of
it.
this was on Instagram?
No, like she texted it to me.
Yeah,
Oh, phone number.
Like, what if
this-
I was out at the club or something? Like, no.
You wasn't doing nothing.
So how was your first date though? Y'all trying to skip
what was your
over
first
that?
date?
Yeah.
She literally picked me up. We drove around. She took me to McDonald's. And
Oh, she a real one.
oh,
sure you want-
special.
Selena's a real one. I'm not gonna lie. How many females would stay through that though? Think about it.
Yeah. But then our
That's a
real
real
like
one.
date, like
All right,
she
but
took me
why?
to
But
date.
why you took her to McDonald's though?
Yeah, why?
Because we wasn't a thing yet. We was just talking, like, I don't know. We didn't even know what it was yet.
McDonald's,
SG is
nigga, not
definitely
even
a
inside
player.
the drive-through.
Not gonna lie, me and my girls first, like,
Drive-through.
me and my girls.
The director is laughing
He's
about
gonna make
this.
believe.
Bro, I didn't have a date. It was late at night.
All right, me and my girls first. It wasn't a date, but like the first, because we met in the gym. The first place we went out was Chick-fil-A. So
Okay.
Okay,
Chick-fil-A?
see,
Like,
that's
it's
not
not-
McDonald's, like,
It's
Look,
better
they're right there in the
than
background.
It's a
Yo,
level up.
it's a.
Then
It's like at least like S tiers in the
like
fast food chain.
All right, anyway, let's not keep bashing
Sorry.
SG.
SG took it.
Bro, it was late night, bro. It was late night, bro.
What you trying to do?
Where else was I gonna?
No, driving. Yo, not even going inside drive-through. That's crazy, SG.
Yo,
Bro,
drive through. You can't even sit down at McDonald's.
Right? Like,
I
you
missed
can't
that
even look
part.
at the toys inside
Bro,
the
literally.
bro, inside was closed, bro. We wasn't going in, bro.
Please.
She
The
didn't
lights
have
were
a
on.
plan. She didn't even have a plan on where we were going,
Oh,
so.
I just said pick me up.
All right, that was a little background on them. You see how you see this dynamic we got working with tonight.
Oh
But
my god.
all right, now that we know y'all together, y'all been together for 2 years now. You're a barber. Tell us about that. How you become a barber? Like, what's up?
Wait, hold on. You trying to skip over the good stuff.
What's the good
They've
stuff?
been together 2 years. You just talked about the first date. How is that relationship like building towards now, like at this very moment? How has that been?
She's like my best friend.
Aww.
Like we literally like been through not trying to put our business like mad stuff together. I feel like she's my best friend, it's my partner, like my everything. I don't know.
That's so cute.
Yeah. You ain't got nothing to say?
I knew SG was a real one. She gives that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my bestie for the resty. So.
Yo, they act exactly alike.
No,
It's really
just
an
made eye
issue
contact.
right now.
I know.
Yeah.
So, who started off like their careers first? Barbering?
I had the career before I met her. So
Oh, you was okay. So how was that? How you get into barbering?
well, I was in college and then I couldn't it was COVID time and I was doing great, I don't know. And then once that
What
COVID
were you in
hit,
college for?
criminal justice.
Imagine that.
SG as a cop.
I ain't gonna lie, I was doing good. I had A's and
SG pulls
B's.
me over, bro. I'm leaving.
Bro, I didn't want to be a cop, bro. I didn't want to be a cop. I wanted to do like the forensic stuff, like, you know, fingerprints, stuff like that.
crime scenes.
Yeah,
SG
crime
pulls up
stuff.
to the crime scene.
Omar
The
did it.
criminal is he's
The
getting
criminal's looking
away.
in the bushes.
And then, yeah, we had to do online work, and I was just failing. And I was like, I gave up. And then my brother, he had clippers in the closet because he used to go to academy, but he dropped out. I don't know. And then my brothers needed cuts. And then that's when I was just like, I was already cutting my own hair before anybody. So I already knew how to cut. I was already watching videos, even when I was in school, watching videos. And then I started cutting my brothers, and then I was like, yeah, I don't want to do college no more. And so I dropped out, and then I started barber school once everything opened.
By the way, her first cut was not bad at all. Put a picture up right here.
He always puts more work for me
Put a
right here.
picture up right here. Nah, her first cut was fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you definitely talented. So
Appreciate that.
barber school opened up. Like, how was that process? And who was in your class too?
There was nobody I knew.
Like
from
brand new people?
Yeah, it was brand new people.
Brand new people spawned in.
So once I met Ashley. I don't know if you know, from Grooming Lounge. Well, no, she owns her own Genuinely Faded.
Yeah.
I met her. And then that's when like everybody else started coming in, like Gabe, Eli, Justin started coming in. I met Adion, I met X. That's how I met all you guys.
Hold
I
up.
didn't meet you yet.
Another X's old joke. X, you was in the same class as SG?
Not the.
You
I was
You
not.
never jacked that though. Like you never jacked it. Like yo,
When-
X
alright.
had this sky top and he was just quiet, didn't talk to nobody.
What I remember was SG. To my knowledge, was finished school at that point. She would just come back to do like designs. And,
He
like,
finished like, no, I finished like you started like your first or it was like your second month there.
and then you finished.
Yes.
That's a long time, X.
But you were still with me.
Damn, I was really with SG. I didn't even know that. Damn,
That's crazy.
Bro.
maybe I am old.
SG is old.
I'm not that old, bro. I'm still a YN considered.
What?
That's crazy, SG. Couldn't believe it. So, going from barbering school, how you get into your first shop? What was your first shop?
Well, I started at Mr. John's studio
Prodigy Cuts.
while I was in school, but I was working full time, so that wasn't something that was gonna work out. My schedule was full, so I didn't have time to really be there. So I had to just focus on school, leave that and focus on school. And then I got a text from Exclusive saying that they wanted me, like they heard I was at barber school, that I was gonna be finishing, and then that they wanted me to work there, and then waited a couple months. I was still in school. I was like almost at the finish line though. And then that's when I started there. And I was there for 3 years.
So you was working a full-time job before or during school?
Yeah,
Hustle.
yeah. I would literally do 8 to 4:30 and then go 5 to 9 to school.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Damn.
Pulling out X shift.
Yeah, I pulled the X shift.
A regular.
And then I got tired of it and I was like, bro, I'm going to
Where were you
Amazon.
working?
Like, it was a warehouse, Fosdick, fulfillment.
Oh, as a Meriden? I know
Yeah.
what that is.
Wait, you don't live in Meriden though, do you? At that time?
At that time, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because she's from New Haven.
Allegedly.
That's it.
Bro, I hate y'all, bro.
Yeah.
So, at what point did you? I mean, you told us that you started it right away. You wanted to become a barber. That's where you fell in love with it. But like, is there any other like inspiration or motivation that really pushed you into the industry? Like, was there one person that you looked up to as a kid or anything?
No.
It was a random
It
thought.
was just, I
What
don't
was
know, I
your
always,
YouTubers?
huh?
What YouTubers you used to watch?
360 GZ.
You can't go wrong with them.
That literally was the only like really person that you could really just watch and learn from. And he really had everything, tutorials from ethnic hair to straight hair, you know?
That is true. That's who I started watching.
Me too, in middle school.
Damn.
Damn,
Damn.
damn. You fell in love with him.
Bro. That's how I,
Yeah.
the random YouTube
Dude.
is how I kind of got into barbering. So,
Okay.
So your career now, how you feel like you have elevated from that moment that you first started your first shop to now?
Damn, well, that's a good one. I'm trying to figure out how I would answer that.
Clock it.
Better energy.
Honestly,
Clock it.
damn. I really wish you would have given me like a better question than that one.
Nah,
So I can
we don't
answer
do
that.
this
that
wrong.
scripted, yo. We
Nah.
organic. Like right there, real life, yo. Real time.
How elevated.
That could be haircuts, that could be you as a person, the experience that you went through that changed you to make you the person you are today.
Well, I was there for 3 years, so I seen like, you know, haircuts bad. I seen so much like clients mad or things like that. But obviously, everybody knows I got hit by a car back in January 2024. So that right there was like changed my whole perspective on everything. So that's why I ended up leaving there to grow. Like
That's
I
when you
didn't
felt
want.
like you like had to make a
Yeah, I
change.
felt like it was time. Like it's like my old self died, and I got birthed a new person.
That's amazing
So-
right there.
That
How did that affect your career or how you saw yourself in the career? Like, did you want to go harder after? Or did you want to take a step back, maybe?
like yes and no. Like you're talking about obviously the accident. Like how would you say?
After the accident, like when you were recovering, like, were
How
you,
was your mental?
exactly, like during your recovery, were you like, when I come back, I gotta go harder? Or were you thinking, oh, maybe this is it for me, for barbering?
It was like yes and no, cause I'm like, damn, I cracked my head open. I had staples in my head. I walked away with a neck and a back injury. So, and then I was like, damn, like just going through the symptoms. Like I was feeling lightheaded. I was throwing up. I was just dealing with so much. Like I couldn't sleep. And then I don't know. Once we got back home, I was like, damn, am I gonna be able to cut hair again? Like, cause like healing takes time. So going through that, I don't know. It's like it was close to death. So it's like when
It shook you a little bit?
Yeah, it shakes you a little bit.
Was there any point during your recovery where maybe you weren't following doctor orders to go work, to go cut, or did you always like be patient with it?
Nah, I feel like I got up quicker than a lot of people would. I feel like I got back to work quicker than I was supposed to. I wasn't supposed to go back to work when I did it. I literally took a month and a half off. So
And went right back to it?
I went right back to it.
That's
I had a headache and
hard work.
everything that first day. I had a headache and everything.
That's a long time.
so going from that, and you said that you had to grow and that made you change. How do you choose what shop to go to at that point? I know you did research and everything.
Yeah, I did research. So I seen that Javi was opening up another Fresh Cuts location in Middletown. So I'm like, all right, that would be like
I swear we talk about fresh cuts in every episode.
yeah.
A lot of us
Listen, I didn't try to, but and I already knew like Javi as a person, so I seen that he was cool. So seeing that, and then I was like, okay, it's like a fresh start. It's brand new. I could go there, it's basically start over, and move up. So I didn't really want like the old things I had from before my accident. Like I didn't really want to deal with the shop I was at. I didn't really want to deal with like I really wanted a new car. I wanted new everything. So when I went to Middletown, I already knew Eli. So Eli was gonna be the manager. I had a conversation with him in February before I went back to work, and I was like, "Yo, like I kind of want to go there. I just want to start fresh
Was that
because."
like after the accident? That you
Yeah, after the
talked to him?
accident.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, yo, this like, I just want to start new and grow. So when I did that, it started back in, what was it, like April I started there. And then
It was like
moved
May.
there. Something like that.
May.
Yeah, whenever they opened. Started there. I gained clientele from there. And then moving forward, I was growing there, but I wasn't as well because I was also losing money on parking every day. And then I'll get tickets for even paying for the parking. So I was like, yo, I can't.
Parking's bad for that shop you were at.
Yeah. So they didn't even care if I paid for the parking. They were like, well, you were there parked for too long, so you get a ticket. I'm like, $10
Eventually
ticket,
it's
bro,
gonna
it
cut into
adds
your
up.
profit.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
added up, and I'm like losing all my money at the same time making it. So I'm like, nah, I can't do it. And then this is when you opened your shop, and I guess, Brian, you messed up because you told me that he was opening a shop, didn't tell me nothing about it. He didn't say that Omar wanted me to work here, and I just went about my day about that.
From day one, I met SG like in person at this YMCA event that the owner for New Heights hosted. And that's when I first met SG. I always wanted to get a cut by her. It just never lined up, I couldn't cheat on my barber. I was scared, I was. But Brian always got a cut there. I was like, damn, that shit is fire, it's fire. But whatever, I met her there. And when I started making the plans for the shop, I was like, damn, the barbers I want SG working there. Hell yeah. So I gave Brian a free haircut. I was like, bro, listen, it's on me.
Bro, try to bribe him.
I was like, bro, just let her know that if she's looking for a new spot to work at, for the Stars Barbershop.
Yeah.
And I was in Middletown during this time. So he was like, yo, Omar he gave me a free cut and told me to tell you about the shop. Then he don't say nothing else about that. I'm like, okay, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to go with that. So I just went about my day. I'm like, all right. Then I guess Jalen, he was coming in and out the shop and he was learning off me and things like that before he even, I think, started school.
No, I think he was like 2-3 months.
He was
into
in school, yeah, he was in school. And then I guess he wanted to work there too, but it just didn't work out because he was still fresh. So then I guess you gave him a spot. And then he was like, oh, like, come check out my station. Like, I think he lured me in here and I came and checked it out. I'm like, yeah, that shit nice. Like,
as she came in, I was like,
you felt the aura.
the little fight,
You got goosebumps.
I was like,
seeing
oh,
me.
SG, what's up, yo? I was trying to play nonchalant. Like, yo, what's up, yo? You chilling? Yeah.
He was low-key starstruck.
I was like, let's go. She's here.
And then that's when Jalen tried to keep me longer. He asked for a cut. And then I started cutting him. Omar come out of nowhere talking about, no, it was John. John was like, SG, work here. I'm like, why? And he was like, cuz, just work here. And
Nah,
then
hold on. For the grand opening, she came for
I did.
2 minutes.
I was in the car. That's why.
Wait, she was here?
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
dapped
she spawned
all you
in,
guys
yeah.
up. I
I
just
don't even
spawned
remember
in.
her here.
It was like, and it was at night too. It was like around 7-ish or 8, around there.
No, it was late.
It was late.
It was late.
Like we was probably like had another hour left, and that's it.
Only
So
like
she
5
came
minutes.
in, and she was like, "Oh, congratulations, this that." I was like, "Yo, what's up? Haven't seen you in a minute. How's everything going? Whatever." Then Jalen, on Monday, he was like, "Yo, SG is coming by just to talk." I was like, "It's to talk? What you mean?"
You made it seem like I was
Yeah, she
like
was
ready
like,
to
yeah,
talk, and
she
I
was
was like, I
like-
did not
She
say
just wants to
that.
talk. I was like, all right, cool. So she comes in. I'm already expecting to talk, and we in the pool table, like, ha ha ha. Yeah, you should come work here. And she was like, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. We got to talk about it. I was like, what you mean, girl? Let's negotiate. What you mean?
That's where he got.
He tried to, I was like, what you gonna offer? That's when.
Well, yeah, when she said that, she was a For the Stars member. That's it. Got her. She said, what you got to offer? I was
Yeah.
like, come here, let's talk, yo.
Let's talk.
We tucked outside.
And that's when you gave her the deal she couldn't resist.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was like, it's a
Pretty much.
no-brainer. Like, she said, the parking.
The park.
Just a little parking. I was like, yeah,
Like,
we
he
got
was
a
like, I'll
lot.
free parking for you, and you can park in the handicap. I'm like, damn, bro, I'm not handicapped, but okay.
I was like, but we got parking in the back for whatever parking you need. That's what you want? She was like, her birthday was the 29th, August 29th? 30th. So she came for her birthday. We kind of talked, like we agreed on something, but she also said I think it was 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
I needed a month, something like that. Yeah.
It was like
in a
the
month.
16th. I remember September 16th. So she finally came through. I was like, the weeks went on. I'm like, SG is coming. I know.
He was like,
Bro was counting down.
I was like, yo, we was all talking here. Like, yo, SG is gonna get here. Like, we're gonna be lit. Yo, like, we're gonna take off. Because at that point, we had Xavier, Jalen.
Speaking of that too, though, I saw him at Walmart, and I was with her, and then he was like, are you gonna go like work at the shop? And I was like, I don't know why. He was like,
I
because
don't
I'm thinking.
remember this.
He was like,
I kind of remember it, but not really.
He was like, I'm gonna do it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's hot in here, right?
Oh.
I know I'm not tweaking.
I'm good.
Put the AC on, I don't care.
No.
Anyways. So then that's
My
when
bad. Yeah,
when
y'all seen each other at Walmart? What happened? My bad.
he's so hot.
Okay, so that one would just have to get clipped. Yeah, I saw him at Walmart, and he was like, you gonna go work at the shop for the stars? I was like, I don't know yet. I gotta think about it. And then he was like, I think I'm gonna just do it, honestly. I'm like, okay. So X is there, Jalen's
Oh, I
there.
told you before I even moved.
Yes.
I remember that now, yeah.
I was like, all right, X is here, Jalen's here.
Because y'all came at the same time, though.
Yeah, he
Now that I'm thinking
came
about
like
it.
a few weeks before me, I think.
No, like a week before you. Not even. I think y'all came that same week.
I don't remember.
Because you put in like a 2 weeks notice, too. She came on the 16th. I think you came like the 15th or the 14th. It was something like that.
I
But it was like
think
the
you were a week
first
before
month.
because I would have just picked your station.
Either way,
instead.
I know Omar was lit. He was happy.
He was
so
like,
excited,
damn, the
bro.
dynamic duo. I got him.
I was like, yo, I got Jade. Not Jade at that point. I have SG, Xavier, Jalen, John, Ruben, and Lanier was here.
Daryl.
And
Daryl.
Daryl.
He was always forgotten.
My God. I thought I said Daryl at first. So how you feel about working here so far?
It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's not gonna say how she actually feels.
She said that's great.
She's
You heard
nonchalant.
what she said?
What?
I like her here. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all see her like as a barber, not a female barber, you know? And I feel like other shops, no tea, no shade, saw her like as competition and not like one of her peers. You know, like I told her to like, that's why she took so long. I told her to write a pros and cons list before she comes here because I know talk. So it's like she's at her third shop now. Like I didn't want her to bring that reputation with her. So I'm like, if you're gonna come here, like make sure this is your last spot. And then she did that, and then she was here for a few. So I'm like, I could see a change in her personality. She was a
Yeah.
lot happier. Yeah.
So dealing with her accident, from your perspective, how was that? Having to be there for
Well,
her.
first, like at the time, I was working 2 jobs. I was working at the hospital, 7:30 to 4:30, and then I worked at Marshall's. So that was like 6 to 10, and then that happened. So I'm like, damn, like, what am I gonna do? Like, so I quit Marshall's because now I'm taking care of her. But then I'm like, dang, like everything's on me because you're a barber, you're not getting that hourly pay, you know. So I feel like it did take a toll on our relationship because I'm mad stressed. Like I gotta go to work and then I gotta take care of her and then I gotta pay the bills and then we have a dog and then we have my cat. It's like mad things at once. So like I feel like she went back to work earlier to help me out, which I feel bad. Like, you know, she didn't have to do that, but I was going through it.
Stress is real. Something like that, it's gonna take a toll on you.
Yeah.
How you overcome? Like
Overcame.
got through it every single day. What was your like? Was you hyping yourself up like, yo, I gotta get through this, or I have to be there for her? How was that?
I think like the fact that she came out of it alive, like I was like, okay. Cause like, so we were crossing the street. That's how it happened. We're crossing the street. We were getting candy. Like imagine you're just getting candy with your partner and then you look back, she's in the air and like,
Oh my God, you saw it?
yeah,
I
literally
didn't
like,
know
it looked like she did it on purpose. Like I just felt the breeze and then it was
crazy.
just like my whole life changed. I'm calling my brother, I'm calling my mom. Her family comes like, New Bern Hospital garbage. Y'all, let me just say that. They like,
They treated it
Literally,
like,
like,
they treated
treated
me
her
like
like
a
shit,
drive-through,
like,
bro. They
I was
took,
cussing out the security guard. I was calling her.
yo,
I was calling her.
this
No,
was crazy.
Like,
Go crazy.
literally, my brother was there. He could attest. Like, I was cussing out like the people in the waiting room. Like, I was so mad because nobody's helping me. Like, nobody lives with me. You know, it's just me and her. Like, oh my God. And then she was with her mom for like 2 weeks, and then that time, like, I was by myself at home. So I had to work. Like, I have to, like, now I'm trying to pick up shifts, bust my ass. So just seeing her, like, alive and, like, seeing her get better this day, I'm like, okay, I got to keep going. Because if she's not better, then, like, it's going to be on me.
Lizzie, how you felt about her having to go through this stuff? Like, was you seeing it, or like, was y'all communicating about it?
Yeah,
If it's too personal, y'all don't have
No,
to
it's
answer.
okay. It's life. Like,
it's
and I feel bad because, sorry, I was a scheduler at the cancer center. So I'm always talking to people. And I know you guys touched on that with Morgan, too. Like, I think Jada said it. She basically said that she was talking all day. She doesn't want to come home and talk. And that's how I
yeah.
felt. Like,
She didn't wanna.
I'm talking to people all day. I'm dealing with cancer patients. Like, I don't want to come home and talk, but I need to talk to her. Like, she's going through things bigger than what I'm going through. So it was a lot.
Yeah.
I think even as a barber, sometimes I get home to my girl and I'm like quiet or on my phone. She's like, "Why are you phone? Why are you not talking to me? Like, talk to me."
It just like,
Me
I'm
too.
just mentally, I'm just.
Sometimes you
gotta
be like
socialize
tired.
and,
Like,
like-
we're standing all day and like
we're-
talking to
I
people
feel
all
bad
day.
that I be on
so
my
it's like,
phone, but it's like I haven't gotten a
I
chance
haven't been on my
to just
phone
like,
all day.
Yeah,
Yes,
like-
bro.
Yo,
Oh
is
my
it not
God.
good to be on my
TikTok, like
phone?
Instagram, just like relax.
Like you
Especially-
guys, like you guys can be on your phone whenever you want, but like
Clock
we're.
it.
She's talking about my girl ain't like that. Nah, but it's true. As a barber, like you talking with clients, not even as a barber, as somebody that's in the customer service business, you always talking with clients, and if it's gotta be about the problem or this, that, whatever, it's like at a point your social battery just like is down.
It's not like other jobs where you're doing the same thing all day. Like say you're cashier, you're just scanning items all day. You're not thinking about it, you're on autopilot. But when you're a barber or other careers like the nail tech or whatever,
Estheticians as well
like,
too.
it's all art. Like you're thinking about what you're gonna do with like what you're gonna do with this head shape, all this. It's just mentally draining compared to other jobs. So when you get home, you just wanna log out.
You want to decompress a little bit, but it's
Not
also hard because
depressed,
now you gotta tend to your loved one because obviously eventually it's gonna you gotta having that communication, that little spark is gonna run out, and then that's when the problem starts to occur.
Yeah.
So I completely understand that.
Looking at the director.
Talking about that, actually, you're an esthetician. Before you were an esthetician, did you at any point argue with her schedule as a barber?
No, she was arguing with me about my schedule.
Really?
Because
That's cap. That's
no,
cap.
for real. No, because she's
That's
a
cap.
barber. No.
Nah,
She's
cap.
a barber, so like she could take days off, whenever. I was working.
No, all right. There's something.
No.
No. There's something that other people who are not barbers do not understand. We cannot take days off whenever we want.
Okay, but like I'm saying, like she can work around her schedule. Like you could tell your client, oh, you can come like later. I had to work a 7:30 to 4:30 on PTO, so it's like she's trying to take me on vacation. What PTO? I need to get paid. Like,
Yeah, but still, like you could do it. Like if you talk to your manager, be like,
No.
"Oh,
Just
I
don't
need
get
these
paid,
days
bro.
off."
Just go to work.
it's
Sometimes the
different.
clients pay me. Like I can't take a. So it's ironic because tomorrow I'm not working, but I always argue with my girls telling her I cannot take a Saturday off. I cannot do this. She's like, oh, just move them. No, it doesn't work like that. Or she's like, sure, just go in Monday. You'll cut Monday. No, everyone's at work. Like this is not how it works in the barber industry. You gotta be working when everyone else is off, and that some people don't understand.
Even the holidays, or it's hard. It's hard. Like yeah, you can have a holiday off as a 9 to 5 worker, but as barbers, that's like our time to shine. People are off work, they got time free, they're going somewhere or anything like that. Work with me, baby, come on. Like, I'm sorry.
But now you're an esthetician. How do you get into that?
I always loved skincare, but I was going to school for social work. I unfortunately had to leave my house due to like personal reasons or whatever. And I tried to go back to school, but it was too much. Like they told me I had to pay $600 a month. I'm like, damn, like I can't do that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give myself a year. And then I meet her, and now like the year's coming like a year and a half, and then I was like, I have to do something. And I just always loved skincare. It was either like social work or dermatologist, I think. That's how you say it. Dermatologist, but that's 12 years. I don't have 12 years to spare.
12 years of school for dermatology?
Yeah, it's long. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but it's long. And
It's not
then
even worth it.
it's not at that point. And then she gets into her accident, and like I said, like that 7:30 to 4:30, that 5 to 9, like was just not cutting it. Like in my mind, I'm like, damn, if she doesn't recover, I'm gonna be at work all day. Like I need something that's flexible, but I need to do something I like. I can't just sit around here and not do anything. And then she was like, why don't you do esthetician school? I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it. And then I saw Cortiva, and then I took her with me to the tour. And I still like was like, nah, I don't want to do it. Like I got to take care. Like this was in January, so all I was thinking about was her. And if she wasn't there, she was like, just do it. Like don't worry about me, babe. And like So I signed up. I started in March, and I think it was like the
Life go
best
on.
decision of my life. Yeah.
Yeah, life go on, man.
You like it now? Where are you working at now?
I work literally 5 minutes away from y'all. At the head spa in Berlin.
Shout out.
It looks so nice in there.
It
I was looking at the videos you was making. It
We
looks
gotta
nice in
go
there.
Get facials together.
Guys
Oh,
can
you want
come
to hold
too.
hands too?
Yes.
Where we at it?
Yes. And SG in the middle. We're all holding hands.
No.
I want to get that treatment with the
got
I think
a
it's the scalp
double.
treatment.
Yeah.
The little head. Yo, that looks so
Oh,
relaxing.
I love it. Like, even me as like someone with curly hair, I thought like it wasn't for me. I know that sounds so dumb.
I wish I want that now. You just made me
But
think about it.
like now, like I love it. Like anybody can come in, and I love my job. I really do.
How you feel about like working there in your schedule now? Is it something that you could like schedule yourself, or you got to be
So-
there from set hours?
I have set hours. I get paid hourly, thankfully, plus my tips. So I'll like have my set days Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, like every
Okay.
weekend. So yeah, it's not bad.
You said that now that you love your job compared to back then that you hated it.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful because saying that you love. Sometimes when we here in the barbershop, it don't even feel like work. We're just doing what we love.
My girl
It's
hate
like-
that.
What?
She thinks that we're just all friends, just in one big happy like environment. Yes, but we also co-workers. You know what I mean?
Being hard
Like,
at the end of the day, yeah.
like it's not like she always you're always hanging out with your friends. No, babe.
No, we're working. Bro, my
working.
girl says the same
Hard.
thing.
Like, we working.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm going to go eat with John and Omar. Like, you guys hanged out all day. Like, no, we did not hang out. I was coming over here.
I
hanging out over
I
there.
be saying that.
We're
I'm
close
not
to
gonna
home,
lie.
you know, like-
Saying that too.
yeah.
We not doing nothing. We sit around all day.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
be
like,
calling
we
me, what you doing?
working.
Working. What are you doing? Dave's hot chicken. What the were you just doing? Where's the clients at? Like, no.
Yeah.
It just be like that sometimes. I feel like that's what I love most about barbering. That as co-workers, we just bond.
Mm-hmm.
So if we like, yo, let's go out to eat. All right, who's driving?
That's
SG?
fire, because
SG.
SG.
that's always.
Wasting
in
my
the
gas
Jeep.
always.
She's the one with the Jeep, yo. Like, come on. We need-
That's fire, though, because it's just co-workers. 'Cause I feel like if we were all working at McDonald's, it would still be fun
So it's
if we
fucking
were all there.
McDonald's.
What?
You hate McDonald's?
She took me at McDonald's. I'm just saying.
Oh.
We're not gonna talk about that no more. It's over now.
Yo, I hate going to McDonald's with SG, bro.
Why?
She always drives off. She doesn't get my order, bro. Like, bro, turn around, bro. Come on, let me get my
No,
order.
what was
in,
that
bro.
one time? Who were we with? Who was in
Me
the
and
front
Daryl.
seat?
I was there
Daryl.
and you were with Daryl. Then she had us go back again because she would have got McChicken, like
I was like,
McShrek
SG,
or whatever.
chill,
Like,
bro. Come
I
on.
pulled
Like,
out, I passed the window, and he thinking I was like forget his order. I just really wanted him to grab his own shit.
Yeah.
I not
I
gonna lie to
his
you, I
window.
was waiting for SG to order for me, because I don't know if y'all like that, but I like my girl to order.
What?
I be scared, yo.
I'm not your girl, bro.
No, but it's alright, bro. I don't want to order. That's it. I be like, yo, babe, you got me?
Okay.
Like, my girl know exactly what I want. She be like, don't worry
You
about
about
it.
to get you a
Don't
Happy
be
Meal
shy.
after this.
Don't be shy.
I be shy sometimes, bro.
Do y'all have any? I mean, do you guys teach each other things? Like, say since us barbers, we do facials and stuff. Does she ever give you like tips or like stuff you could add to your services, or not really?
No, I'm like the test dummy though at home. So she's giving me facials. She's doing the head massage.
like,
She's
I just
practicing all this stuff
she
on
helps
me.
me more. Like, I'm still new to this, like, content creating and like the marketing and like being on top of it. Like, you really gotta post every day. And like, ugh. And I don't know how to edit videos, so all my videos that you see posted, her. I'm not gonna lie. So I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
How's the marketing for being an esthetician compared to a barber?
Girls are tough. Yeah. So it's a lot different. Like, I feel like you really got to see their personality too. Because, like, I don't know, as an esthetician, like, you're seeing their private parts, like, whether that's waxing, like, lashes, what I do, like, massages. So it's like, I want to see you. And I want to see you to be comfortable, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to just go to anybody. Like, lashes, I want to make sure, like, you know, you're nice. And I get to see your personality through the screen, if that makes sense. I feel like barbering, just want a good cut.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it could be different. Y'all still post, but I don't know. Girls are a lot more different.
How are the clients? Like, for us, we gotta ask our clients, be like, yo, can I take a video?
I don't
Like,
even.
how is that for estheticians?
For me, I feel like it's different because, like, I work for a spa, so like I can't speak for like business owners too, because they can just take videos. Me, I have to like ask them or prepare or like go through my boss to make sure like I can take these videos, because I don't want to like disrespect the shop and post something like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So your next step after the salon would be something like a suite.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for that in the future to do that?
I do. I want to like learn more services for sure. I want to be there for a little bit, like still, like get my background in business, but not forever. Like 3 years, 2 years down the line. If she watches this, sorry. I got it.
You gotta understand, like nobody's trying to be a worker forever. They want their own business and they
Their own
want to do their
dreams.
own thing. They have their own dreams.
At the end of the day, that's what you're working for in life, to have your own either business or your own craft. Not all the time you're going to be working for somebody else's dream. I feel like COVID helped a lot with that. Having like a lot of like...
That really boosted like entrepreneurship and all that.
Service workers for
Crazy.
sure.
Which is good because
You have to make money somehow, especially like nowadays. Like a
Things get
9 to 5 is
expensive.
not gonna always cut it, unfortunately.
I don't know
It's
if people
not.
survive off one job.
I seen a report actually that the average American now, they're not making enough to cover for like the rent. So imagine you add rent, bills, groceries, gas, insurance, you're cooked.
And kids, if you have kids.
Kids, oh my God, put them up for adoption at that point, Jesus. You telling me working a 9 to 5 minimum wage job? Oh my God. Bro, put that kid up for adoption. We need something to save him some money, bro. Yo, take him back.
This whole time his girlfriend been off the camera about to kill
Swear to
this.
God.
I'm about to hear this about
Yeah.
later. Love you, baby.
SG, for you, who's your celebrity person you want to cut one day? I think you used to have one. I know.
Is it Ralph?
No. I knew you used to have one like a year and a half ago that you posted all the time on your story that you wanted to cut. That I know you. Glad you remember.
What I say is my twin.
Yes, you know exactly.
You talking about Stunning Gambino? Yeah.
You
I
still
saw
wanna cut him?
his edge was like messed up, and I kind of just
Yeah.
wanted to fix it for him one day, but nah. I would really want to cut Vic Blunts, to be honest with you.
That's an easy cut.
It's an easy cut,
One
but
clothes with a high
I
fade.
don't care about the cut. I care about the conversation.
The conversation.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
You should have asked him. Bro, she was having
He had a
dinner.
fresh
Allegedly.
cut.
No,
Alright,
no,
babe,
I've seen it with my own eyes.
No,
My girl
no,
was
you're
there.
lying.
Bro, I swear to God. Bro, she was in this booth, and he was literally in this booth.
What?
just talked to him.
What
No,
you're
but like
talk
for
to
real, he
him.
came up to her. He was like, "Hey, I saw you earlier. Like, how you doing?" Like, she didn't even like. I was like, "Go take a picture. Go take a picture." She didn't want to. We were about to leave, and then he talked to her. So I'll back my
didn't-
girl
Bro,
up.
got motion, bro.
I'm a humble person.
You better than
I'm
me.
not about to go up in this man's face, throw a camera in his face. Like, I
Yeah, but
already
you could have
know
done
he
it
is.
after. You don't gotta put
No.
a camera. Be
No,
like,
it's
hey, how's the food?
He about to eat, I'm eating. I'm not gonna bother him. He's still human at the end of the day.
I'm
so I'm
saying
like,
after. You could have been like, hey, I really want to cut
after
you.
was the plan, but how did it go?
She got
some
scared.
barbers came up to him, wanted to take a picture of him. Mind you, he about to get ready to eat. So I'm like, yeah, that's messed up. Like, you know, I could have just did that, but he seemed bothered by it. And then he came up to me, dapped me up, was like, yo, I remember you. I saw you earlier. Like, how you doing? And I was like, I'm chilling, you know?
Just trying not
I
to
got a little shy. And then we finished eating. They stopped, they went about their day. And then he was still talking. And then I was like, my model actually was like, I want to get a picture of him. I'm going to ask him, if I get one, will you get one? I was like, okay, yes.
Acting like you didn't want one.
Yeah.
Sure,
I did. It was my third time meeting him. Of course I want a picture with Vic. And then he was...
Damn, is that glaze?
Yes.
God damn.
Yes.
Third time.
Bro, Vic is the best in the world, bro. That's it.
Nah,
Vic Blends
he's
is the best
definitely-
barber in the world right now. Sorry. That's my opinion.
I wouldn't debate it. That's a valid take. I put Buddy Barber up there, though.
Worry barber, yeah. He up there.
Like
What?
cut wise, I feel like I never see like an actual like cut big buns though. So he doesn't post pictures of cuts. Like you see, like you
Man,
see,
man,
like you
after
see
cut
them
the
in the
oil.
videos and stuff, but he doesn't post like pictures themselves of the cut.
SG got a whole collection, a whole folder. Ask her to show me.
I do not. Yeah.
What's the most you will pay for a cut?
200. That's if it's a house call.
Sorry, yeah, that's a good question. Because you as a barber, your
200?
max to pay for, say you pay for cuts, because usually we cut each other, or you cut yourself.
She don't got much to cut.
She's
But
like,
I still want a fresh edge up too. Maybe I don't feel like cutting myself all the time.
so 200 is your max that you would pay.
If it was a house call, yes, 200.
All right, so let's say you walk into a barber shop. What's the max you would pay?
100,
100?
yes.
But just a regular cut, or you
Just to
expect-
cut.
I expect everything.
So the full service facial.
Give me the enhancements. Facial, I don't really care for. Hot towel would be nice though. You ain't gotta do too
100?
much. I mean, I don't got really much. Like
How often-
$100 seems valid.
How often would you go though?
Every 2 weeks.
200 a month.
I don't really do haircuts every week. I don't know. Just
So
every
for
2
as a
weeks.
esthetician, what's like the price? How do you guys price yourselves?
I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but like here for a 90-minute treatment, like the head, it's 200. I feel like to a lot of people that's a lot, but you're getting the whole like the head massage. I'm giving you a facial and then a neck massage and a chest massage. Like, it's a luxury, you know. It's a luxury to
luxury
have.
It's a luxury.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. Like nails is a luxury. Lashes, even getting a haircut is a luxury. And I feel like you guys were touching the other day, like want to raise your prices. Somebody's gonna pay for it. And if you feel like in your heart, like you want to raise it, you know, never like downplay your work. Like all of you guys, I feel like you're good. So when you want to raise it, raise it.
There's
Nah,
always
I'm
a
scared.
million barbers. So I could be charging 45, 50, and we're like, I'm not gonna pay that. All right, then go to the dude charging 25.
But you're not gonna get that
You're not
personality. Like
exactly.
you're not gonna
You're not.
get that.
You're not getting me. You're not getting.
Damn, you
Not
got
get-
exactly
wait, you're not getting excess
$45.
quality. You're not getting excess quality.
You're not gonna get my quality, my experience. You're not gonna get like my touch. You know what I mean?
I think that's what you're paying for. Like
just
in
crazy.
any industry, is the experience that somebody has.
Like here, like I'm offering them champagne. I'm offering them.
Damn.
Yeah, like
we gotta go.
like it's an experience when you walk in.
Berlin, Connecticut.
Head spa. Give us a discount, and we'll be there.
Yo, give
Leave
us a
a
group
review.
discount. We all gonna show up.
But like for real, like it's an experience. Like when I come into something, like I want to be greeted. Like I want to make sure I'm paying $200 for a reason, not just you're gonna touch my hair. I'm like, you know.
No, all right, bye bye.
Go on by your
Yeah.
day.
Thank you for your money.
Like in my specific room, like I make sure it smells good. You're gonna be comfortable. I'm gonna ask you, like I set up the warmer, like a heating pad, so you're warm. Like I'm making sure you're feeling every sense. So when you go check out, you're like, oh, it's $200. It's worth it.
I would never understand. They also talk about the argument that you're too expensive as a person that
never
gives
too
services.
expensive.
You're never too expensive
Yeah.
because we don't hear nobody talk about. I mean, some people, but for the most part, restaurants. If a restaurant is a steakhouse, you're gonna spend $200 per person. What if you
For
can't
a little
afford
West
it?
steak,
You shouldn't be there.
For a little steak, but that's besides the point. If you're not gonna be able to afford it, you don't go.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You don't say, "Oh, restaurants charge too much. Restaurants aren't worth it." You just don't go. Same thing for people that give services. You don't want to pay $150 for your nails. You don't want to pay $45, $50 for a haircut. There's plenty of other people that charge less that you're gonna get what you pay for.
I think that's what I had to like tell myself too. Getting in this industry, not everybody's gonna be satisfied. Like,
Yeah.
and it took me like a hard way to like figure that out. But I'm happy that I know that now because you're not gonna please everybody, and that's why like we're all here. That's why we all give services. That's why you guys all have your like attributes and your traits.
Talking about pleasing everybody, a lot of people who start off, especially barbers, they underprice themselves thinking that it would attract more people in. But in my head, the less your prices are, the worse quality of clients you're gonna have walking through that door.
Yeah, but that's a double-edged sword. Because as a new barber, you want to have clients coming in, so you could practice, so you could raise your prices.
Or maybe not as a fresh barber, but say like you're a year or two in the game and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna charge more because then I'm not gonna have as many clients.
Do you think prices should go up as like the years of you cutting, or more like
Yes, it should
as
go
what
up.
you know?
Not only should it go up with experience, what you're talking about, it should go up with demand. So obviously, the more clients you have, the more you can charge.
Yep.
And you're no matter what, you're gonna have clients come in through that door, coming for you because they already know what they're paying for.
Clock it.
Well, I got my coworkers doing this. My boss, he be doing this too.
SG, as a barber in your journey so far, what's the hardest thing you had to learn?
I like that question. Think about your answer. We're running it back to you too.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna make sure y'all both answer. Probably razor blade on the mustache. Just razoring in general. That was probably the hardest thing.
That's not the
Because
That's not the
that's
answer.
not the question.
That's not the answer I was looking for.
Like,
I
he's
thought it was
thinking
gonna
like
be
you're
some
gonna
deep
say, like,
shit.
what's the
Yeah,
hardest,
that's
like,
true though.
you learn
Well, he
that.
said the hardest
Like,
thing is
alright, but-
barbering. Like,
alright,
not
but-
Cut that out. She has no flaws.
Go ahead.
No,
She has
keep it
nothing
in
wrong
there.
with it.
Your barber journey,
Like a life lesson that you learned.
it could either be about people in the shop or like
She said
your
raising.
clients.
That is hard. I ain't gonna lie. That is hard.
It is hard.
Both of y'all, okay?
I still don't do it. I just do the trimmer with the full shaver. Y'all not. I'm too scared to touch up here.
Now that I've been seeing SG and Ariane doing it more, it makes me want
I
to
do it. I do it on certain clients, but if the hair's so thick, you're getting a full shaver, bro. I'm sorry.
The hardest thing.
Yeah, it could
as
be
a
like
barber.
working as in a barber shop or dealing with clients.
Not everybody gonna sit in your chair. Whether you good or not, not everybody's gonna want to sit in your chair.
And that's kind of, in the bigger picture. Not everyone's gonna want to be in your life. Be around
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.
Damn, X-Men are deep.
You did make it deep. I'm not gonna lie.
But it's the
But
same.
it's true.
It's the same
But
aspect.
it is right because
Like,
you
I
don't
feel
want to sit in
like-
my chair, then you don't want to be my life. That's it.
And even seeing her, like, as she grows, I mean, she tells me everything. So it's like I can see, like, who's still around, who's talking about her, who's hating on her, and who supports her. No tea, no shade.
It's just funny because our people close to us kind of know our clients, not know them, but like we talk about them sometimes. Like Camila probably knows some of your clients, not probably by name, but like you probably bring them up multiple times because they're part of your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I have clients that invited us to a wedding and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that connection you build with clients. Do you build that same connection with your client base?
I try to, like, now, like, I know since I work at a spa, you know, it's kind of in and out, but now I'm, like, building my client base. Like, I have recurring clients, and I'm so blessed. And so I feel like I'm really easy to talk to, so I try to do that. So just in case, like, I know that they're going to come to me and not anybody else.
The thing
If that's
is,
bad.
in that type of service, if I'm getting my head washed and it's dark and the music playing, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Sometimes they talk the whole time. I had a Dominican guy who was talking the whole time, but he was talking about God and stuff. So it's like to a certain extent, but like if you're talking the whole time, like I've had random people.
Did he fall asleep?
The last 15 minutes.
I knew it.
Last 15 minutes.
how you know?
Woke back up.
Cause he remember he was probably talking his ass off and was like, you know what, this feels too good. He
But
probably
it makes
knocked
me lose
out.
my focus because like I have so many things to do. Like I got to do a facial next and stuff. So I try to just get them as relaxed as possible. But if they want to talk, I have no problem. I just please go to sleep.
So what's the hardest thing you've learned doing this?
I think, like I said earlier, like you can't please everybody. I feel like that can like I don't know, does something to my confidence. Like, damn, I didn't please this person. But then again, like, what if they don't like a scalp massage? Like, what if they don't like facials and stuff? So I think like remembering that, like I'm still good regardless. I still have people that support me. There's people that are gonna like it. I don't have to please everybody. That's like something.
I think I said that in an earlier episode that you could do a fire haircut, fade perfect, no lines, but they won't like it because you went a little too high or
Yeah, you
they don't
said
like
that
the
last
style of how you
episode.
cut. Like you do more compressed fades and they like more
Sure.
stretched out fades. So
Yeah, people are just picky. I feel like to be picky or like, you know, to get that discount.
Omar, you tell us your
Yeah.
hardest life lesson
Hardest life locks.
that you learned from barbering.
Damn, that's a good question, bro. I can't believe
I
I
didn't even
asked
hear him
that.
say.
He asked the question.
I didn't even hear him say, "What's the hardest life lesson?" I just thought he said hardest thing to do.
He just said the
And barbering,
mustache.
like.
I say in your barber journey.
My bad, shawty.
I would say if you're on time, you're late. I'll say that. I had a client, this was like 3 months into me cutting in a barbershop, and he had an appointment for 10:30. No, at 10, and I woke up at 11. So that's when like got in my head, if I'm on time, I'm late. So that's why I always try to come in like at least 5 minutes before. And he waited for me. And I came up with some bullshit excuse. I said, yo, I'm in New Haven, the train. I was at the train station dropping off somebody else. I'm so sorry. And he waited for me and everything. To this day, he's still a client. And he lives in Brantford. So he drives here now.
That's
And
crazy.
after that, like, you know, like, you got to be disciplined as a self-business owner. Because at the end of the day, this is your brand. And that's what, like, my hardest lesson. It's like, dang, I could have lost a client. I could have made a bad name for myself off rip 3 months into cutting. And I never make sure to have, like, it never happened again. If I'm late to a client now, I'll text them. They'll know. I'm like, yo, I'm running 2-3 minutes. I'm never making it past, like, 5 minutes. Because it's not, like, it wouldn't be worth it. It's not fair to them either.
Same way we don't want them messing with our time.
Yep.
We don't want to mess with their time.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
What about you, Xavier? What was your hardest lesson? Hardest
My
lesson?
hardest life lesson. My hardest life lesson. I feel like it's kind of like the same thing SG and Yelena said, that not everybody's gonna want to be around you.
No, don't give me that bullshit.
Oh.
Be yourself. Be more original.
But like,
But it's true though.
but like,
But not, it is
That's like-
true.
that's like one-
Like
that's like
coming
one
in
of the
this
most-
field, like you
Well,
want to
that's-
please everybody, but
you
you
want
can't.
like the easy way out. Don't give me that.
Bro, eggs.
bro,
it's
like what
okay.
else? Like, in terms of hardest life lesson, that's like the top thing I could think of. Besides, sometimes you're gonna have to swallow your words and like how you feel, because sometimes you might have a picky client in your chair, or like someone is giving you a problem, but you as a service provider, you guys maintain that professionalism. I guess that's,
I like that.
That's my second answer of anything.
Now that should be your first answer. That was great, bud.
Sometimes certain actions, certain things aren't worth it,
Yeah.
and it'll mess
Kill 'em
up
with
your
kindness, literally.
it'll
Yep.
mess up your opportunities and just your reputation if you do something stupid. So
You know what? In episode 3, if y'all watched, I went crazy for that client that I fired. I don't regret it. Don't get it twisted. But
that's one example of holding your tongue.
yeah,
on things.
I could have, worded it better. I don't regret what I said. Don't get it twisted. I promise you that. But yeah, I could have been more professional about it. Sorry, my bad, bro.
My bad.
I don't think you watched it.
You went
episode 4.
crazy.
I want to ask this question.
You
Like,
seen this? My bad, bro. Oh, my bad, bro.
Bro, I thought he was going to do it again. I was like, damn.
So, yo, take 2.
Just let it go. Full blow.
I want to ask the same question I asked in episode 2 to Justin and Aiden. What's that one thing that you think you have to work on to get to the next level? As a barber, as a person, as something you have to change up in your life, like what's one thing you think you have to change or improve on to get to that next step?
That's so hard. You go first.
Okay. Were you asking me though too?
And both
Yeah,
of you
both of you guys.
I say like being like very critical of myself, because you're your worst critic. Like I feel like I could have been an esthetician if I didn't like tell myself I'm not gonna get far in life and stuff. I feel like I could be a lot farther right now. I mean, I'm still blessed, but I feel like if I start being more confident and stop saying I can't do it and say I can, I get, yeah. No, time.
That's really big, though.
Nah.
That's big.
Just say, wait, yes, keep going. Support. Like gas me up. Yeah.
I mean, let me gas her up.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
I like how you said
Get
that, 'cause mentally, like, your brain is your biggest weapon. So if you tell yourself, today's gonna be a good day, I'm gonna kill it, I'm gonna make sure I do the best haircuts or the best service, like, you're gonna do it. You're gonna walk out of your house confident. If you wake up and be like, I'm not feeling today, nah, I don't even wanna go to work, off rip, you're already starting your day off the worst way possible. So your brain, not only your mind, it's a strong weapon, and you want to make sure it's always up to par with your vision as well. Because if you want something, your mind's got to want it too. So you guys can like really work into that, you know?
Probably say the same thing that you said.
Be original.
What?
Like Omar said,
original.
don't take the easy way out.
Well, I mean, that's the only thing I could really like relate to right now, because you know, after the accident, like I'm standing up all day and my back, like everything hurts. So like just dealing, like trying to come in and be like, you know, we're gonna have a good day, and you know, we ain't gotta worry about no pain, things like that, and just trying to cut through the day, things like, you know, just trying to keep that mental positive, like
Clarity, that
stay
mental
motivated
clarity,
still, like, you know.
It's hard to stay motivated sometimes still,
Yeah.
especially going through what you went through. I'm guessing it's double the work. Because I bet sometimes you probably don't even feel like getting out of bed. Like,
Can I say though, she did not take mad time off of work. I'm just gonna put that out there for anybody.
1.5 months after almost dying.
that's crazy.
So for anybody who was
That's
mad
fast.
about
It's
that,
literally like literally hit my head on the ground. I fell back, hit my head. Like when I got hit, I blacked out though. Like
You was in the hospital. Next memory.
I just remember laying on the ground. I'm like, damn, man, I hit my shit. Like,
Is there anything that?
I'm like, shit. No, that's literally how it went. Like I was like, it was like
Is there
literally.
anything that still physically affects you? Like, do you still feel pain in your body
Yeah.
somewhere?
Yeah, my neck, my back is always in pain, but really my neck causes headaches. So sometimes like you might see me in the shop if you're my client. If I have a hot towel, that's to snap the pain out of snap out
I
of the
saw
pain.
that earlier.
Yeah.
She been spamming that move, yo. I'm gonna have to get her own cabinet of towels. This
SG's cabinet.
is SG, do not touch.
Don't touch. I even got an ice pack in the refrigerator because we got a refrigerator now. So
Took long enough, not gonna lie.
it took long, but he made it happen.
No, but this is why. Because I already knew how Barbara was gonna be in here, especially Daryl, Mr. Dunby Brown.
There's so many stories about Daryl.
Bro, it's just like people start leaving things there, and they probably intentionally don't forget it, but they just forget it. So it sits there. Eventually, it's gonna make a bad odor. So it's like I had to tell him. I'm like, yo, bro, whose food is this? He said, oh, that's mine. I'm like, bro, I seen it there for the past like 3 days. Come on, bro. Like, but he just doesn't remember to take it out, and it happens. Like, you finish cutting, you just want to go home. Like, you want to clean up your station and bounce.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of prolonged getting a mini fridge, but had to.
I had another question. that
Like,
slipped my
you
mind.
slacking, bro.
Slipped
So
my
why don't
mind.
you say something?
Right.
Like,
You letting him do all the talking.
I'm sun gazing right
he
now.
the editor. You should be really asking the questions right now. What you sun gazing for?
You know what? I had a great question for you.
Oh, bro.
Here we go.
damn.
I'm gonna just look away and wait for you to come up with it.
He's trying to think of it on the spot.
I am. No, I don't know. I don't got no questions right now.
What's All right, so you work here in Fort Star's barbershop. Is there anything you think we as a shop should improve on? We can improve on? No shade to anybody. It's just
I just
we
say
want to
more
improve.
professionalism. Like, you know, being here, Like if somebody's walking in, at least greeting them, making sure like, hey, if I can't get to you right now, get them later, you know, make them come back. Just make them feel welcome before, you know, so that when they do come back, they'll want to come again, leave us a good review, because we're 5 stars. So
That's why we're 5
I ain't
stars.
trying to be 4.9. As a
That's
whole
why-
shop, I want to stay at 5.
I feel like we're 5 stars because Omar is the type of owner that lets us speak up. He
Exactly.
listens to our concerns and our problems, and he tries to fix them immediately. And us as we seek the benefits of that, but also do the clients, because they, even though we might not notice it, they do notice the change that we're like trying to be better, trying to promote that professional atmosphere.
We've done a great job from when we first started. And probably clients didn't notice at that point because we was always great with like watching our mouths. Obviously, we slacked a couple of times here and there, but we came a long way. I'm so grateful, thank God, because we definitely would have had a one-star review by now. But we came a long way, not only as like individually, but as a shop, in order to tend to clients and watching our mouths when there's moms and little kids here.
Yeah.
So, thank God. Thank God.
Amen.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of things we went through too as a shop though. A lot of trolling. Jesus Christ.
The window.
The window. We had a little kid
If you
break
know,
the
you
window
know.
If you know, you know.
on the photo shoot day.
Photo shoot. Oh,
There's been so many
the photo
arguments.
shoot would be out by the time this,
Yeah, by
this
this-
goes up.
yep.
So y'all see the photo shoot. Y'all seen the new video? Going crazy.
That promotion video is gonna be fire.
I'm excited.
I know y'all gonna see it by then. That's
I'm
gonna be fire.
excited.
What about you, Yelena? As an esthetician, where you see yourself in 3 years? Or not even that, in life.
Like I said earlier, I just want to like learn more services and be on my own. Like I look at y'all and I look at her like, you guys have your career, you guys are set. Obviously, there's always room to grow, but I just want to build my brand and show everybody who I am. So yeah,
Fire. 3 years you give yourself?
3 years.
3 years.
Hi Jen.
Stamp that.
3 years.
We coming back to
Stamp.
this video 3 years from
3
now.
years from now.
Nah.
What about you, SG? Where do you see yourself in 3 years?
Business wise and
That's
all
everything.
right, business wise, I mean my brand already established, so just growing more. Like I want to be booked out like at least a month and a half in advance. Like I know that's possible, so something like that. And then just networking more. I definitely want to take the content creating more serious too, like being dedicated to that. So if that blows up, that too. And life-wise, probably married in a little SG.
Wait.
Little
Wait.
SG.
A mini SG?
Mini SG.
Oh my God. Munchkin, they're gonna be the same height as you.
What the fuck?
Bro, that's fine, bro. Ex's daughter needs somebody to grow with.
Where do you?
Wow.
Yeah, engaged in a mini SG.
Bro.
Bro.
Come on, bro. Your daughter needs, somebody to grow up with. Eventually,
That is true, X.
you gotta work on
Then
it
you
too.
be next.
Hell no.
I mean, let's say.
Nah, I would love to, honestly.
Camila, like,
Are you
yes.
ready? You think you're ready?
I believe I'm ready.
Why?
You already have a
ready?
shop.
You ready? The way she talks about it, she's ready. She be spamming it. Like, we talk about a little kid at least like once a day.
You get TikToks every day.
Yeah,
Baby fever.
yeah. I think we're ready to make that.
Anyways, end it off one more. Do it.
Nah, bro. I can't.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
If
so
y'all
lost
made it
for
to
words
this
right
point,
now.
we're an hour and 15 in.
Damn.
Well, it was short or long?
No, like I didn't think we got that one.
Yeah, an hour and 15 in. I mean, at least 10 of it was us outside looking for the fight. But if y'all made it here, subscribe. We went crazy, SG.
Episode 4.
Episode 4.
Hit
SG.
that subscribe button right here, man. Right here. right?
Right there.
Right?
Right
Why,
here.
why,
Right,
Right
here.
here.
why you so up on me though? Like
Right here.
Bro, because listen, we have like damn
Almost
near
10K.
9,000, yeah, almost 10K views.
man,
Why the
They're
hell
right
we
here.
got 40 subscribers, bro?
I'm
If y'all
about to send this
subscribe
to all
right
my
here,
clients.
If y'all want to check them out, the Instagrams was at the start of the video. We'll put them again here. Bob SG and
As you
Lena
right
the Head
here.
Spa. Wait, I think that's what it is.
Lena the Head Spa.
Lena Head. Yeah.
By the way,
We'll
Head
figure it out.
Spa, get me and Omar a discount. We're there.
We're gonna hold hands.
Group
while we
discount,
get
cause I didn't even get one yet.
Group discount. Make her do all the work. Anyways,
Period.
Okay, clock it.
we lit. We out. We chilling. Y'all stay tuned for episode 5. I think we have a banger, right? Yeah, we have a banger. So y'all stay
in.
tuned.
It's gonna be a rage bait episode for
Nah,
sure.
I think we might have one before that one.
I don't know. I
We'll
don't
see.
think
We'll
so.
see. Anyways,
I
we'll
don't
see.
know.
Whatever episode 5 is gonna be a banger. Y'all will see. Hit the subscribe button and we out. But